Hey everybody, welcome back to Middle-earth and another episode of our 4th Age Total War North Rhun campaign. And I'm just finishing up one of these Sally battles again. I thought it might be something you wouldn't really care to see. It's been just a repeat of the same battle we've had several times, where the AI has formed up, approached, pushed forward, and then retreated very quickly in. They didn't even engage in melee at all. They just have decided to move off after the first push of... you can see we've got a couple of slingers back here now. But we don't have a lot of cav, and so once again, I'm not pursuing them, just letting them withdraw off the field. This is outside the walls of Tham, by the way, here. You can see that. And we took no losses, which is always nice. Killed a couple hundred of them for no cost to us. Just a couple of, sling bullets, which we'll be able to replenish for free. And so this is the way things have gone, as you know, for the past few turns here. And hopefully, at some point in the next few episodes here, we're going to at least have a different status quo emerge, because we have an army approaching from the north, and we're going to be doing some damage with that, hopefully. We did get a new retinue here. Okay, so War Chief, which is very nice for our Olgan the Hunter. Again, it doesn't do him any good right now. You would think that these titles, says it gives him +2 command, is actually improving his combat. That is not the case. This 4 command stars, these just indicate his rank, his military rank, as it says here in this longer description. And so if there were another family member here with him, with fewer command stars than 4, Olgan the Hunter here would be taking over command. And we would probably want that to be the case, because he is a competent commander, and that is better than a lot of our other governors at the moment. A lot of them are inept or incompetent. But it may be the case that some of them might have higher military rank. For example, it might be the heir to the faction, and just by virtue of being the heir, this mod grants that particular character a certain number of command stars, a certain number of military rank, as it were. Again, these do not translate into military competence. These just translate into military rank. But that said, I think we don't have too much more money to work with here. So let's queue up another cav unit. We've got all sorts of population here, and we may as well just keep doing that. We are sending some cav down eventually, and some other units, and so we'll continue to do that. This guy, though, I'm feeling like I don't want him to get caught out. He's a mercenary unit. I'm going to leave him right there until this army does whatever they're going to do. Hopefully they're not going to catch him and destroy him. But, if they do, I guess that'll save us a little bit of cash in the meantime. We'll be able to train another one. Yeah, the war between the rising power of Tharbad and the decaying power of the Reunited Kingdom continues. They have lost Bree, and they're about to lose a Numinas. So we're just keeping an eye on that. Got another scout in Tham, and we've got control posts in Tham too, so we can actually start getting that on training, which is just really nice. And this army hasn't moved at all. Okay, this is a little disconcerting. I don't want to move this mercenary unit until I feel really safe. But now we can retrain some of these guys. These Warband levies are going to be retrained with probably higher experience. Let's see what we've got here. It's probably coming from these Trials of Blood. We don't have the 2nd tier industry buildings yet, because we don't have the major province, and that means we're not getting the option to increase like their armor, for example. We would need to rebuild a certain amount of infrastructure in Tham anyway to give them better armor bonus. But at Raycoast, we have brawling contests, which give a +1 to experience. Down in Tham, however, we've got the Trials of Blood, which is +2. So we're going to get stronger units out of Tham, which is great. Let's go ahead and train another Warband levy unit while we've got them, and let's go with the mustering fields. We may as well just get right on that. We are rapidly drawing down our funds. I know, again, it looks like we've got a lot, 67,000, but that is going to run out. Okay. All right. It's winter time. We do have some winter units. These mountain warband are going to get a benefit, and our general is also going to get a fighting in the snow benefit. These are the only units that will. The Easterling axe hurlings won't. Axe hurlers will not. But you know what? I think we want to jump in here Yeah, we want to take this guy out while we can. It's going to cost us a few movement points out of our way. We are supportive currently. Oh, this guy's a wary fighter as well, which is great. Gives him +1 hit points. We're currently supplied, right? That's what I was looking for, not supportive, supplied. So that means we're not getting any morale bonus from that. He's youthful, which means he's, I think, got an extra hit point or 2 from that. He's a Highlander, so +1 command when commanding infantry, which we are currently. And that, again, is not showing up here because that's his, this is his military rank. Once we get into battle, pre-battle screen, we'll see what his actual command is. It's not likely to be good. Not likely to be good. He's an incompetent commander. But he is an attacker, so that's going to make up for some of it. So let's just jump in here. What do we got? A very even battle. This is really... this is maybe not a battle I want to fight, but I don't want them to go off into the west. So, and especially since we've got this reinforcing army coming up behind us, I think we want to make this be the big battle of the episode. This is the heir, who is, what are you? Ulfand the Hunter. Okay, he's also inept, which is also not great. Better than us. Better than incompetent, but still not good. He's a plainsman. Okay. That's not giving him any combat bonuses. Shadow Touch. Seasoned. Alright, so we've got a youthful general, and he's seasoned, which means he is very likely to die in melee. So we want to get him into melee. He's lazy. That's not good. He's a careless fighter. Ooh, okay, so he's very vulnerable. So we've got all kinds of cav. So what we want to do is charge in. And just looking again at his army, I don't see any spears yet. No, it's just these Warband guys, but no tier 3 spearmen. They do have a fair amount of cav, though. But we've got some slingers. I think we'll just want to close fairly quickly. They have a lot of axes. So I guess this will just be a pretty standard battle. We've got plenty Warband. Oh, and I really wish there were no trees up here. I wish. It doesn't make sense, right? Up here for there to be this much forest cover in the desolate wastelands north of the Iron Hills, at least in my opinion. But let's grab all these guys, and yeah, I don't think I want to go with the checker deployment. We'll do this, and let's see. How do we want to use the Warband? I think we'll just have to use them to flank. We'll get around. I will have these swords kind of anchoring the left. I think they'll do well in that role. They're not spectacular, but they will offer some support. Oh, we've only got one slinger. Alright, so we're going to have to just rush in. We've got no other cav. No other ranged units. Alright, how do we want to use our cav? Jeez, I think probably... How about this? We put the slinger on the right, and we move our cav over to the left. Like all of them. Right, we leave the general over here. And that's going to be a massive, massive cavalry advantage on one wing. Right, we're attacking, so I guess we better group because we're going to be doing a lot of maneuvering. And they're probably going to be up here in the woods, but if there's a chance... Ugh, no. Alright, if there's a chance that they would be out in the open, you know, that would be very nice. Let's run, or march, I guess, the slingers. The cav moved around. And it looks like they will be, you know, maybe slightly uphill. There is really no reason for us to hold back here. So yeah, let's run the slingers. Let's start pulling these guys out of formation. Alright. Okay, they got a nice little position here. These trees suck. I was really hoping we were gonna have a, you know, an open battlefield. Alright, but we gotta remember they have a lot of low tier stuff. A lot of Warband. Alright, and we are slinging. We're getting some slings in here. They've got only 25 archers are firing at us, as far as I can tell. Alright, and they've got Eastland Raiders. This is their general, Chieftain's Guard. Lots of men here, so that'll be a concern. Okay, they've got 3 more partial units anyway. Okay, they got a lot of Eastland Raiders. 2, 3, 4... It looks like 8 units of Axemen of Rhun. That's quite a lot. But I think we've got a good formation, too. Let's get right here. Since they're not going to be pelting us with arrows, we may as well get into a nice position. And we're just going to get our cavalry ready to just bulldoze through the trees. Probably what we'll end up doing is using the Warband over on the right, primarily. So let's get a couple units here because I expect a cav charge. Let's give them a little depth, I guess. And we want to time this right, I think, because... Okay, let's get you into a new group. Yeah, I want to make sure that we're not stuck in a long fight while they're flanking. So we'll get them marched over to where they want to be, and then we'll get going. We can get right up to the line and start hitting them if they allow that. All right, and they will. Okay, so a little bit closer. Alright, they're doing a war cry. We are almost close enough to hit. Not quite, though. Okay. I think I will... Do I want to risk it, or do I want to hold? You know what? I'll wait a little bit. Wait for their war cry. If they're going to charge, they're going to charge into throwing axes. I think they're turning to avoid my cav. Alright, they're going to reform. So their war cry effect is going to go away because we're waiting, like, 30 seconds. Alright, let's get you up a little bit. Alright, we'll hide them in the woods. Okay, so we're going to be close enough now to start throwing. Alright, here come cav. Alright, so we got to throw in now. Alright, go right in. And go right in, right to that cav. Alright, let's get the warband up. How's this going? Not too great. I think eventually just the weight of our numbers is going to start to tell. Alright, we're getting involved here. Okay, great. We're following them. Let's get you in on the cav. No war cry with the warband, so you just throw them in and hope they do okay. Okay, we're losing slightly. We're wavering. Where's the general? Okay, he's over on this side. Let's get over there. Alright, yep, and our cav is routed on that end, and we're not going to help it any by moving our forces away, but I want to kill the general if I can. Here he is. And he moved away from the cav, so that was my best chance, actually. I should have lined up my cav and been a little more careful. But he's down to 28 men. I'm going to throw in my general. What do we got here? Alright, it's war cry, and throw you in on these warband. Everyone else is engaged, except for the cav that has rallied. Okay, so we can use them. Alright, we're getting some routing over here. There he goes. Great, okay. So, now what can we do with you? Alright, everybody. Go right over here. You gonna run? Okay. Jeez. The responsiveness, that's the one thing. The responsiveness to the double-clicking is not good in this old game. Alright, but we won on the left, broke through there, and now let's just turn and hit the Axemen of Rhun. Our guys have held heroically in the center here. And they're gonna fold. Good. We need to draw this to an end quickly so we can preserve as many of our men as possible. Alright, now I think we're just chasing down routers. I don't think there's really anybody left, yeah. Alright, how did that go? We've got a fair amount of our Easterling axe hurlers. Lost a lot of cav. You know, I threw them into the trees on the left and hoped that that would work out. And yeah, we lost quite a lot of you. You guys did what you needed to do, though. They did not break once, and they're down to just very, very small numbers. Look at all the dead horses. Just the piles of bodies on the left here. Just crazy. So, yeah, that could have gone better for us in some ways. Let's see. Are we chasing down everything we can chase? There's really not much left. There's a lot of little red dots, but honestly, it doesn't matter at this point. We've killed, I think, enough of them that they'll just melt away. And that'll open up the path to Gwaithring, which is the goal here. And I think we've got enough left over that we can take it and hold it. And we'll get those reinforcements over that are coming up behind us. So that'll be good. But yeah, these chief's men in woods, you know, in a prolonged melee at all, they're not that good. That's not where they shine. You want to, I guess, be using them in the open and really be flanking with them. And, you know, I didn't do that in this battle. I positioned them where they could have flanked, but rather than wait, I tried to engage everybody at the same time in the hopes that the entire line would crumble, and that did not happen. Because we're just even numbers, right? And I didn't kill their general fast enough. That wasn't part of my... he just wasn't on my radar because of all the other stuff that was going on. And the forest, right? Like, if this were an open battle, I feel like I would have had the foresight to move my cavalry around farther, right? To say, like, okay, the general's hanging back, so I can peel off, like, 2 cav units to go kill him. And that would have worked better. But you just can't see because of the trees. Alright, we should be getting to the victory screen here. Oh my gosh, that's terrible. I thought we did a lot better there. So we lost... I think we had a full army here, so we lost probably 2 full units of these guys. Something like that. We had maybe another unit of cav. Let's look at the stats, actually. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... Okay, so we didn't lose any of the Easterling axe hurlers. What did we lose? Did we have... Okay, we had 19 units. We lost a full unit of something. Casualties inflicted. Or casualties sustained, rather. Because we got all of the units that I'm seeing. Mercenary slingers. Anyway, we'll just go to the campaign map. And we'll see what it looks like there. Because I think there's another big army in the region here. But what I liked seeing on the campaign map here, and we'll still be able to see it, is this. If we had the movement points, we could just hit this army and take the city. So I'm going to move just a little bit closer, and we'll check what our supply looks like now. After winning that battle, we're still just supplied. Sometimes after winning a battle, I think you have the option to get well supplied, or to go up a tier in terms of your supply. So let's bring our spy back. There's a lot of Rhun armies around here, though, that are in Dorwinian's territory, which is annoying. Okay, another army much like the one that we already saw. And I can bring you... Wow, look at the movement points on this guy. Bring him right over. He doesn't have anything great, but it'll be helpful to garrison anyway. Alright, I think I'm going to hold off of training over here. And here, right, we're just waiting, we're building, okay. Yeah, no sieges down here, this is great. So you can see it's taking them more time to get their forces together. They've still got them, right? They've still got quite a lot, but they're no longer quite as strong as they were. Okay, so that should be close enough next turn for us to get those mercenaries into Tham and get retrained, hopefully. Oh, interesting. A Dunabar is attacked. Oh, my allies are moving in. Well, this is nice. This is very nice. Look at that. All right, let's just try to do some damage here. Oh my gosh, look at this, though. 18%? This is terrible. Well, I may as well give it a shot, right? If he dies, then that's okay. He's got no skill anyway. May as well use him. I'm paying upkeep on him. All right, we've got a family member. That sounds like a female name, if I'm interpreting correctly. Okay, must be in another family tree, so we can't see her or him. All right, I'm gonna keep. Let's see. We'll do that. We've just made room for the Variag mercenaries next turn. And I should probably combine you, because we're not bringing you back to get retrained. So let's get another Warband levy. Yeah, let's get another. We'll just kind of keep training every turn down there. And in Raycoast, we've got 4 units of cav, which feels like enough. So let's go with a skirmisher. I think that's always helpful. Also, they're really good for garrison, just in terms of the cost. Okay, and we've got another slinger unit we can grab here. Let's see, do we want to do that down around Tham? We've got 4 here, so I think that's plenty. Let's instead, yeah, we'll throw you together. And you and you. So now we've got some, sizable units. Okay, all of this looks fine. And I don't know that I want to go and attack, Gwaithring and then be counterattacked by this massive army. So let's instead go over here. Recruit those slingers. Oh, and I'm noticing our numbers are a lot smaller now. Let's just stand. Let's just stand here. We'll do a defensive battle. They want to attack us. Great. And this guy is actually, he's an expert, so I do have to be careful with him. Let's see. Speaking of being careful, I think we do need some more scouts. I tend to lose track of them. We'll keep one down around here, just so I can keep an eye on the Bjornings. Nothing more suspicious happening around here. So that's fine. What were they doing up here? Again, my thought is that they were going for Dale or Esgaroth, just to meet their victory conditions, but they saw the armed forces that I had and were not able to withstand it. Okay, so I don't think we're going to do any building this turn. We'll end the year. Probably get attacked by Rhun. Yep. All right, this is the big army, but we can stand off and receive the charge. We've got 2 slingers. We've got a lot of axe throwers. We should be able to get a volley or 2 in, and all they've got is skirmishers. So this should be pretty good. And if we do this well, then we'll be able to turn around and besiege Gwaithring, take it out for the next episode, probably. All right, this is a better battlefield for us. We don't have as much cav anymore, but it's easier to work with. All right, so I think we'll get up here. We could wall off our left or our right by setting up next to this, but I also think that limits our options a bit too much. So we'll just place our slingers, yeah, something like that. Alright, that looks pretty decent. Warband. Again, I'm going to not commit to them just yet. We're going to decide where they're going to go later on. Same thing with these guys. Alright, and the cav, again, I'm gonna hold off, and I'm going to be adaptable. because we're going to have to react to what they're going to do. They're probably going to come up over here and try to flank us. But again, I want the option of being able to swing out around them. Rather than, I don't know, sometimes I feel like you set up in these positions to deny a flank, and it's harder for you to maneuver. Alright, they're coming straight at us, actually. We're taking out, as priority, the first target that comes into view, which is the skirmishers, which is, I guess, fine. Looks like they only have 2 units of cav, one of which is the captain. And there's no spearmen here. Once again, it's just their tier 2 axemen. This is a formidable force, right? We can't be too lax. So let's get all of our warband on the right again. I'm going to move the swords over to the left. The riders over to the right. Captain, I'm going to keep in the center. Alright, they're milling about, so that's giving us a bit of extra kills. Alright, we're going to get like one volley here. Alright, let's go down fast. I'm going to try to carefully choose my battles here. I don't want to get hit by the axes with my swords. I want my swords to be fighting the lighter enemy. Alright, let's go over here. Let's go out in the middle. Alright, looking good so far. Alright, get the warband. They're open now. Could charge down the center, but I don't think that's going to be a great move just yet. Let's get away from the warband. I've learned my lesson about the warband. You know, we're going to have to do a little annoying kiting here. Okay, we can now hit their cav with our cav. And geez, I feel like we could go in after these axemen of Rhun here. Oh, they're coming around. Let's... Alright, they own the center now, so that's not good. Get away from that warband unit. That's ridiculous. We shouldn't have been caught by them at all. Alright, get these land raiders. Let's go down here, get the skirmishers. Alright, Chief's men, 1 over here, so we're now free to join up with the other cav unit. And then we can support our general in the center. Now they're going to peel off some warband to deal with us. Alright, let's go over here then. Pull away. Well, if they want to get involved with my Chief's men with their little warband, or the Easterling Raider unit, that's fine with me. I should pull my general out, though, because it's mostly him against this axe unit. Okay, we just destroyed their right. AI is just being really annoying and good at like kiting around. Alright, there they go. General's fleeing. Let's go hit the axemen now. Alright, we should help out our right. There he goes. Yeah, they got axemen who flanked us. I mean, look at how mobile they were. Is it just me, or is this a little, like, unusually, I want to say good for the AI? You know, that they're just insistently moving around to find up the right matchup. Right. Actually, we could probably call it here. Let's do that. Let's avoid friendly fire. And we'll call that battle. Okay, heroic victory. So that was good. I think that was probably as good as we could have done, or as good as I could have done, right? Just given my aging reflexes and all of that. But yeah, they seem to be just moving all over the battlefield in a little annoying, like, honestly, a little annoying, unrealistic ways. You know, the AI in this game does think of units as very separate from the overall battlefield sometimes, right? You can tell how it does this when it moves its melee units one at a time to chase away your archers, and then moves them back. So it doesn't always think of the best things, but sometimes, like in that battle, it seems to work out pretty well. I mean, they didn't win, obviously, but still. Okay, so candidate for adoption. This is a youthful guy. Now, this is... Sometimes you'll get this, and it's only a message about someone who's already, you know, in your family somehow. Like he's maybe a general that you've recruited. So there are recruitable general family members in this mod. But we haven't done that here. So this is probably an actual guy we're going to get. He's youthful. Oh, he's got all three good things. Energetic, intelligent, and charismatic. Overbold is not good. Unlearned is not good. But I think, you know, he is certainly... we'll take him. Competent governor especially. We'll take him. Okay, that's why. Our king has died. So where did that happen? Fandos of the tribe of the... Oh, he's the new king. All right, jeez. All right, we gotta be careful about him, I guess. That's actually good because he's fantastic in terms of his stats anyway. So we'll have to use him in these battles, and actually he's probably going to be more used as a governor, if I'm honest. Okay, so Adunabar is no longer allied with Dunland, and that may be because they're fighting Rhun. Let's see, they went away, so there may have been a big battle here that we didn't see. Because Adunabar... Alright, so this has all been fascinating to see. Harad is getting into Mordor. Adunabar is holding on still, probably because of Harad destroying the Reunited Kingdom, or, you know, kicking them back into the west. But so now we're seeing that Adunabar is, you know, still in the area and is getting into Rhun's face. But the fact that there's an army standing right here where there was an army of Adunabar earlier suggests to me that Rhun had to scramble some units to deal with that threat rather than us. Okay. I want to get my spies around, see if there's anything else that can hit us, and of course there is. Well, how about this? I'm gonna get like over here. We will besiege Gwaithring. We will build our 2 rams that we can build in the next turn, and then we will jump in. This is another nobleman. He looks like he's pretty old, though. Lore of the southern borderlands. And a pretty small garrison. So we should do quite well here. I'm going to move the king, the new king, over a bit closer and see how he's doing for supply. He's still supplied. And you as well? Let's see, are you supplied still? Yes, still supplied. So once we get this, we'll be fine. We won't be into the negatives in terms of supply, right? That comes with lots of penalties if you let it go on long enough. But here we've got some potential reinforcement coming from either side, but we should, unless there's an army somewhere else in the fog of war, which there could be, but we should have Gwaithring in the next episode. And that will really open up for us a couple of things. One, the option to get some homelands, right? Some of our actual homelands back, which we don't have any of currently. We've got 0 homelands. It's all outlands and fiefdoms. Gwaithring is going to be the beginning of us having something which we haven't had since like turn 1 or 2 when we went into a horde, and that's our homelands back. So we're going to be able to tech, theoretically, all the way up to the Axemen of Rhun, right? The 2-handed axe units, which we haven't seen again since the very early parts of the game. We still have a couple of these units over here, Great Axes of Rhun and the Spearmen of Rhun. This is another unit that we've not been able to train. But we can train both of these in Gwaithring if we choose to develop it in that way. So some very nice units will open up for us. It'll also open up the possibility of us grabbing Thordram, I think, relatively easily. Right? We get another army together here, send it over to just basically reinforce what we're doing with these couple of generals, and then we capture Thordram. The other thing that opens up, however, is a front with Dorwinion. And that is going to be potentially a very big strategic change for us. We're going to have to deal with this, which I'm actually very much looking forward to. We've been fighting a lot of barbarians lately. It'll be nice to fight some Northmen. So I will see you in the next episode. Until then, take care.